All right, we're finally live after trouble in the world of ones and zeros. Flying the X-Crafts Embraer E195 in the Air Dolomiti livery. Air Dolomiti, a subsidiary of the Lufthansa Group. And weather looks good. No ATC in the area, but we have some, we have a few pilots on the network in Frankfurt, so let's jump on in. Okay, let's have a look at the EFB here. Before we do anything, we'll get our charts together. I go to Delta Foxtrot. Airport map chart. And I'm going to put this on dark mode because it's too bright when it's white for me. And taking a look at our flight plan here. Our route out of Frankfurt are going to be 25 center on the departure on the Aniki 3 Foxtrot, I believe. We'll take a look at that in our OFP. So pretty much making a left turn down to the south, down to southern Germany into Switzerland over the Alps, and on down to Pisa, which is fairly close to the coast. It's fairly close. It's probably arguably on the coast. Looking at our OFP, we are flying Dolomiti 1 Uniform Victor. Air distance 447 miles. Cruising at 320. An estimated takeoff weight of 43,851 kilograms. Pretty much around 7,000 pounds under the maximum. Zero fuel weight 39,000, and our landing weight will be about 3,500 kilograms below the maximum. Wheels up, wheels down, 1 hour and 11 minutes. Taking on 5,000 kilograms of fuel. It is the Aniki 3 Foxtrot departure from 25 center. And we're planning for 03 right in Pisa, arriving on the Mivki 1 Delta from Mivki. 107 packs out of about 170, I think the airplane can take approximately. Can't remember exactly. Gone through the weights already. And yep, it's almost about it. The average winds on the flight coming from 327 degrees at 40 knots, so slightly favorable. And that was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's like we have a big heavy takeoff there. Dreamliner. Excuse me, Dreamliner, what am I talking about? Super. Okay, back into the cockpit. So it is the Aniki 3 Foxtrot departure. What we got right here. Aniki 3 Foxtrot from 25 center, pretty much making a almost immediate left turn Making our way to Delta Foxtrot 143, and then another left turn to Delta Foxtrot 137 at a maximum of 210 knots. Then a right turn to the south, Delta Foxtrot 101, maximum 220 knots. So it's a slowish departure out before we can hit our more normal speeds. Then on to Aniki to join the rest of the route. Get the charts up for Pisa, elevation 2. And according to our flight plan, the arrival was the Mivki 1 Delta, right here. And coming in from Mivki, flight level 120 or higher, onto Gipix. Got constraints there as well. Acker. Let me make a right turn out over the ocean at Isbach. And a very elaborate, very European approach into Pisa, ending at Jesse. So there's a whole host. We'll probably do a shortcut and not go through all of those waypoints when we get there. And the chart for the approach is ILS 03 right. So there's Jesse, which is the final fix of the arrival. And initial fix is Unpiv at 2,500 feet and Delta 7.8 from the localizer. And 3 degrees glide slope on the approach. So we're going to be approaching somewhere between probably around a little over 130 knots. So around 700 feet per minute. Descent rate with minimums, we are classification Charlie, so 230 feet on the minimums. We're connected to VATSIM. Let's get the weather in both areas. Weather here is winds 250 at 9, so pretty much straight head-on winds on the departure. Kavak 17 degrees Celsius, 15 dew point, and 10-11 on the QNH. Let's get the chart for the airport in Pisa, and we should be almost done with the charts. So parking stands and coordinates. I think that's the last one we need. Yep, that's it. Should be all we need. To the overhead, let's get the airplane awake. Battery 1, battery 2 on and auto. AC power switches are in auto, that's good. The bus ties are in auto. True 1, True Essential, and True 2 are in auto. Cockpit lights all can come off. Dome light can come off. Annunciator lights test. Looks okay. Just silence the caution here. Fuel switches, crossfeed is off. DC pump is in auto, and the AC pump 1 and pump 2 are in auto. That's okay. We'll go and arm the emergency lights. Put the passenger signs on. Engine APU and smoke test is good. Go and start up the APU. Wait for this little box to turn yellow and start for 1-2 seconds. Windshield wipers are both off. External lights, nav is on, and everything else is off. That's good. Power transfer unit hydraulic pump is auto. System 1 and System 2 electrical pumps are in auto. System 3 pump alpha is off, and pump Bravo is auto. That's fine. Pressurization panel looks good. Windshield heating, I could never seem to. There we go. Don't know why. I don't know why those don't illuminate on the units. Oh, they illuminate now in the incinerator test. Okay. Ice protection is in auto. And we can't do the test, it's not simulated. And air conditioning and pneumatics, put the cockpit and cabin thermostats down a couple of notches. Take the bleeds, excuse me. Packs are already on. Okay, overhead looks good. APU is obviously now providing power. Take a look at the electrical page. Okay, batteries are recharging. Voltage, hertz, and kilovolt amps look good. True 1, True 2, and the essential systems are all looking great. Onto the status page. We haven't entered our flight information yet. Air temperature outside, it's reading 17 degrees. Gross weights in pounds there, so I think we'll have to go and fix that. There we go. $47,050 kilograms. We haven't put anybody on yet anyway, so engine oil level looks good. Batteries look good, we looked at already. Brake pressure, system 1, system 2 is alive. And brake temperatures look normal. The ECS page. Cockpit and cabin look good. And we can bring the passengers on board. As we go to weight and balance. And back to the Navi graph. We have a zero fuel weight of 39,000. We'll enter that in here. And a block fuel weight of 5,032. Request manual load sheet. Takeoff weight. It's going to be a little under 44,000 kilograms because we're going to burn off some fuel with the APU and taxi out. Takeoff center of gravity is 25. That's fine. Load that. Passengers are loaded. And we will go to the FMS now. We're going to squawk 1,000. Because that's pretty common around these parts. And go to our route page. Actually, we'll put 122.8 in there because that there's no CTAFs in like the United States or North America. So navigation database is good. That all looks fine. Route page, we have Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot to Lima India Romeo Papa 01. Let's see what has happened there. Hey, Malachi. Boy, what a... Just one delay after the other for me getting this thing going today. Go edit and view flight plan, excuse me. Export. Yeah, it looks like it's it. Let's try that again then. Fairly amazing. Okay. A lot of gremlins happening tonight for me. Never been to Jamaica. I've flown there in the sim. Can't remember when. It was a long time ago. We are Air Dolomiti, or Dolomiti 1 Uniform Victor. Go and activate that, and we'll pull up our plan page here. Departure runway 25 center on the Aniki 3 Foxtrot, and apply that and activate. Zoom in on this map a little bit. Oh, you live there, eh? Wow. That sounds fun. I've only been to 2 places in the Caribbean, Belize and Bonaire. Okay, on the arrival, runway 03 right will be the ILS. Jesse will be the point, and we are coming in on the, I believe it is the MiC V1 Delta. Yep, MiC V1 Delta, and apply and activate, and we will cycle through these routes. Here we come down to the elaborate zigzagging approach. It all looks very nice. Go back to map mode. The schools are hell. School is hell everywhere, I'd say. Perfinite page. Our alternate fuel is 1,255 kilograms, which is actually Rome. And our cruising altitude is 320. Average cruise winds are 327 at 40 knots. Pisa dev is +10. Oops. Yeah, zero fuel weight was 39,000, wasn't it? Yep. Gauge fuel looks good. Gross weight looks good. Takeoff center of gravity 25. Gonna climb at 270 knots up to Mach 0.74 and finish the climb. 320 is not super high, so maybe 270 to the top. Cruising at Mach 0.79 and descending at 280 knots or Mach 0.76. That's all fine. Takeoff data set. So we will go and do our takeoff performance. And what's our current aircraft weight right now? We are 44,000 kilograms, so I'll put in for 43, let's say 900. Runway 25 center. It is dry.
Frankfurt traffic, good morning. Lufthansa 8 pushback
250
17 on to release point 1.
Temperature is 17. QNH is 1011. Takeoff thrust, we can do takeoff 2 here. And flaps 1 is good, and compute that. When did the schools start back up? Next month? So V1 141, V rotate 141, and V2 144. We'll send those to the FMS. Takeoff 2 is good. ATTCS is on. That's fine. PAX will be on. Takeoff temperature is 17. Flex temp is not simulated. Enter that. Winds 250 at 9. Dry. Gross looks good. Next page. We're gonna go flaps 1. Turn. CG is good. Takeoff temp is good. Mode flex temp is off because it's not simulated anyway. So back in September. Takeoff 2 is good, and we'll go and accept the V speeds. Okay, so the pitch trim is going to be up 0.1, so we've gone and set that. Takeoff pitch is 11 degrees, so we are all set. And we don't even need a pushback, we're gonna just taxi straight out. Let's take a look at this aircraft here. This is a beauty. X-Crafts Embraer E195 in the Air Dolomiti livery. And sun is now just rising on our back for the departure. Just looking at the departure plate here before we get moving. We gotta set the barometer to, first of all, we'll go to hectopascals, and 1011 is set. Now we will take a look at the departure chart in a little bit more detail. Transition altitude is 5,000. Initial clearance will be 5,000, so gonna put our altitude target at 5,000. And go and arm that. Everything looks good down here. We'll get rid of the marker off. Okay, center console looks good. So we've done the weights, we have the weather on board, we have the route done, and performance is also done. So we are good to go. Ground services, we will have the ground objects taken out. Park brake is set. And let's take a quick look at VATSIM. No one is there, and let's get these engines started. Engine 1. Ignition Bravo. Fuel flow, and N1 should be alive. There we go. We look at the electrical page. Generator 1 now is powering True 1. That's a good engine start. And engine 2 start. Ignition Bravo. Fuel flow. N1 alive and rising. City APU should be kicked off the bus here in a moment. There we go. That was the transfer. APU can now go off. And our taxi briefing, since we've already kind of gone through the briefing of the departure. We're at Victor 174, taxi straight ahead to Lima, and Lima all the way to Lima 3 for 25 center. Okay, clear on the right, clear on the left. Frankfurt traffic, Dolomiti 1 Uniform Victor, taxiing to runway 25 center via Lima 3, Frankfurt traffic. Park brake released. Could just go with the nose light, that's fine. Flaps 1. And auto brake to RTO. APU's off. Let's fly. We'll do our takeoff configuration test.
Takeoff, okay.
There you go. That's what we want to hear. Takeoff is armed. LNAV and VNAV are armed. No ICAS messages.
Yankee line up, takeoff, runway 25 center.
Got some traffic taking off, so maybe we'll see that. Looks like they haven't lined up yet. I flew the Embraer E195 a couple of years ago from Geneva to Venice with Austrian Airlines. It was cool. Love that airplane. Love the Embraers. Mode control panel is requires a lot more study than the Boeings or the Airbuses. The mode control panel is a little bit more complicated. Here we have Lufthansa taking off on 25 center. Will we get the rotate? Will we get the rotate? Oh yeah, we just got the rotate. Excellent. Ain't that sun bright? I don't have any visor. Oh, maybe I do. I have a visor here, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right, look at that. All right, so we are passing out November 6th. Got a little bit of a ways to go, but almost there. They haven't activated the side window visor. November 4, Lima 6. The aircraft door? I hope so. Looks okay. Cockpit door is closed also. Go Lima 3. No traffic on the TCAS. Can't see anything in the air either. Frankfurt traffic, Dolomiti 1 Uniform Victor is lining up and departing runway 25 center from Lima 3, Aniki 3 Foxtrot departure. Frankfurt traffic. Strobe. Get rid of that. Go and synchronize the heading with the runway. Landing lights on. Let's go to Pisa. Stabilized. Toga. Hold green, 80 knots, pressure off of the yoke. Rotate.
V2.
Positive rate, gear up. Still runway track, LNAV. LNAV is active. Go flaps up. Speed is on the elevator, flight level change. Autopilot. AP is active. And we'll continue our climb to 12,000. Flight level change. 13,000 feet, lights off. Continue up to our cruising altitude, 320 now. Still in flight level change mode. Thrust is on the elevator. Get some geography lesson going here as we head towards Mannheim. We are passing, we just passed flight level 190 and we got another 13,000 feet to go. We're going up to flight level 320. That'll be final. Estimated time en route is about an hour, 5 minutes. Karlsruhe will be next. Clouds looking amazing in X-Plane 12 right now. About 2,000 feet left to go on the climb. 1,000 to go. No ETC in the area. Speed is now on the throttle, so put those back and while we speed up to Mach 0.79er. My favorite topic in school. I was always, mathematics was my favorite, and then there was a thing towards the end of high school, my last year of high school, called applied mathematics, which was kind of a mixture between physics and mathematics. I liked physics. Chemistry seemed... I was good at chemistry, but I didn't really like it too well. And I thought biology was just boring. How about you? Science, yeah. Yeah, it's more interesting. So we are cruising now at Mach 0.79. We have a nice actual tailwind. If that, we'll be able to see that in the progress or not. Now they don't give us the tailwind component, but we have a tailwind giving us a ground speed of 524 knots, which is about 570 miles an hour. So we will take that. That should help our arrival time. 49 minutes estimated time of estimated time en route. Approach Zurich. I don't know where my first officer's gone. He didn't show up to work today, so we had to fly it without him. I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Sorry about that, guys. Had to do a bathroom run. What's up, Vintage? How are you, man? We are over the Alps. Not all that long to go here. Gonna go and test these Kirkland's knockoffs of Costco's knockoffs of Häagen-Dazs ice cream bars. I haven't had my dinner yet. I have leftovers. How did the flight go back to Rome from Beirut? Is that Dutch guy still working on the flight model for that airplane? Or is the flight model completely done already? Alright, we're able to get past the Alps, guys. Oh yeah, he's got a ways to go yet. I guess that's Lake Como down there. We are almost 80 miles from the top of descent on the short flight. It was a 1 hour, 11 minutes, wheels up to wheels down. Still got a tailwind helping us out. 513 knots of ground speed. I had to go get some ice cream bars out of the garage because I haven't eaten since around 1 p.m. today. Post the video up to YouTube. Post. Keep posting. Gotta keep posting. Alright, as we get a little closer to our top of descent, we'll see what the METAR is in Pisa. .445 Zulu, so that is getting close to 45 minutes old. Winds are 1403, we'll be landing 3 right, or 03 right, as they number them in Europe. Clouds at 2,800, temperatures 20.19. It's humid. QNH is 1012. So it's really as you were on the approach. I think I just accidentally shut down my approach chart. I'm gonna have to go grab it again. Arrival chart, I mean. V1 Delta. So, McV at flight level 120 or above. Skypix at 120 or above, and Acker at 110 or above. Ice Pocket 080 or above, Petquad 00 or above, and we go into this elaborate zigzag, speed constraints and altitude constraints. So obviously it's not probably going to be very busy. What I'll probably end up doing is at Romeo Papa 462. I'll do a direct to Romeo Papa 425. Pick up the end arrival. So we're going to do a shortcut and not do that whole zigzagging. Can't imagine there's going to be any traffic around there. So that is the arrival briefing. Just make sure that Jesse doesn't have a hold in the flight plan here. It does not, so that's good. ILS chart for 03 right. Proceed on runway heading to 400 feet, then a left turn. To 249 degrees. Maximum 190 knots. Not before Delta 1.0 of the Pisa VOR. .1 of the Pisa VOR. Before the threshold to intercept and follow the 279 radial to van. Climbing to 2000, so 2000 is our final altitude on this approach. Trans altitude is 6000. Minimums are 230, we can set that. 230 is set. Oops. Barometric 230 set. Glide slope. Landing in Pisa 03 right. 9,816 feet. Very minor displaced threshold on the arrival. And I think we'll just run it out to taxiway Echo. Cross 2 on right, take Foxtrot into stands. Do our landing performance numbers. So we were projecting to have our flight plan. Trip fuel 2,272 kilograms to be burned. And my gross weight on takeoff 44, so maybe 41, say 41,500. Put in our target altitude to 120. Aircraft weight right now is 41,960 kilograms. FMS thinks I'm going to have 2,400 kilograms left in the tank. That's notoriously pessimistic in jets. I think it'll be closer to 4,000 kilograms. Descent. About 2,000 to go, actually. We are on the descent now. Descending down to flight level 120. I'd say we'll be on the ground in about 15-20 minutes at the most. Sorry, I was getting it mixed up in pounds, so 2,700 remaining. Gotta go with 2.5. That'll be 1,500 kilograms landing weight. And they're calling it 4 right. Okay, no big deal. Winds are 1403. Temperature is 20. QNH is 1012. 500 on the landing weight. Flaps 5. Pursers all operational and no anti-ice. V approach 135. V ref 130. Go around flaps 2, landing flaps 5. Send that to the FMS. Load them. Landing numbers are done. In the box. Zero, 135, 159, and 190. That's good. I'm gonna do flaps 5 on the landing. Go to the landing unit page. Temperature is 20. Flaps will be 5. Landing weight 41,500. 0 at 3 knots, so basically no wind. 3 knot crosswind, 1 knot headwind, so you'll be a tailwind. Still mounted us up this area. out a little mountain range here. Is that the Apennines, I think it's called? Let's make sure our ILS frequencies are good, so 108.7. is actually auto-tuned, that's good. And the core setting is 3.3, that is also good. Do auto brake low. We're going to run this out to the end of the runway. Pick up the taxiway Echo. First speed constraint is Romeo Papa 467, 250 knots. So auto brake is set to 1, that is checked. Landing data has been calculated and inputted. And the approach briefing has been done. Do is we want to get down to 8,000 feet fairly quickly here, so vertical speed mode. Did you see the approach here? Look out! Look at the zigzag. This is classic Europe. You see these all over the place in European airports. The whole zigzag. Same in Asia as well. Don't see them in North America that much at all. Very rarely. Can't think of one I've seen. You're going to go on down to 8,000 here. descent rate back. So let's do a direct to Sizov. Come on, flight director, wake up. Nah, this is classic classic X-Crafts here. Their directors don't actually work. Okay, try it again. This is off direct, activate. Nope. Doesn't want to give it to me. Flight director wants me to do a U-turn. feet, landing lights on, passengers listen, seatbelt signs on. So we're just gonna hand fly this in. Turn off the flight director so it's not a distraction. So we gotta get down to 4,000, which is Jesse. Laps 1. glide slope is 2,500. Get that in. Take gear down now.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Flying into Pisa, Italy. Go flaps 2. Pisa, Italia. Pizza traffic, Dolomiti 1 Uniform Victor is on the ILS for runway 03 right. Pizza traffic. Okay, we are 2,500 now. Almost. And flaps 5, that'll be final. Ground altitude is 2,000. That's set. Got a 4-knot crosswind. It's kind of what we were expecting. Pisa traffic, Dolomiti 1 Uniform Victor, short final, runway 03 right. Pisa traffic.
500.
Approaching minimums.
200.
Minimums. Minimums.
100. 50.
Throttle.
40.
Throttle.
30. 20. 10.
Auto brake.
You know what? I thought I was a little bit high on the poppies because I went 4 white for a couple of seconds, and then I realized that whoever built this airport in X-Plane didn't have the poppy lights at the landing zone. They were further downstream. Okay, I think this is... I could just take this one anyway. We'll be exiting left regardless. Yeah, I don't think those poppy lights were located in the correct location. They're supposed to be right on the thick white lines. Pisa traffic, Dolomiti 1 Uniform Victor vacated 03 right, crossing 03 left at Delta. Pisa traffic. Yeah, I had to hand fly that approach first. I don't know how many minutes it was. Maybe 10. Which is if that was the Airbus now, that would have been much easier. This airplane is a little different hand flying. Or even the 737. Kill the strobes. And start up to APU. Okay, so we've just entered on Gulf. To 410. It appears that this airport in X-Plane and the airport on the Navigraph chart are not very well synchronized. Yep. It's quite a lot different actually, but we're gonna take this stand right here and not waste any more time as I need to get some food. The ice cream bar didn't really do it for me. Nose light off. A bit late starting the APU, but that's alright. Welcome to Pisa, gentlemen. Local time is, I have not got a clue. Okay, APU is alive and electrical looks good. Engine 2 off, engine 1 off. ACAR's registered that at 110 feet a minute with 5 degrees pitch up attitude and 1 degree bank to the right. 1.35 G's. I need to write a little very simple Python script to put the landing rates down as soon as I touch down. That would only take about 30 minutes to do. Okay, what else do I have to do? I gotta end the flight in Volanta. Volanta had it at 112. They had it at 1.08 G, so yeah, different trackers just have slightly different results. So we'll go and end the flight in Volanta, shut that down. Why would I be getting a caution and nothing on the ICAS? We'll silence that anyway. Complete that flight. Submit. Shut that down. They can get rid of the overlay, what do you say? Yeah. Let me shut down the Python script. Don't really need it anymore. And roll back the replay here. Any good tower view? Oh, that's not terrible. The tower views in X-Plane are, most of them are just completely wrong. It's so disappointing when you do a direct to on your FMS and you're already in nav mode. And the airplane, the flight director just goes completely crazy and has you doing a U-turn. But I think they're coming out with V3 of the E-Jets later this year. And gosh, I hope they have fixed that kind of stuff. Oh man, that didn't feel that good from inside the cockpit. I'm going to look up some planes, which planes have share cockpit files, and we'll see what we can accomplish. But yeah, I really hope V3 version of the V3 version of the E-Jets, which I think, like I said, I think they're gonna come out with it this year. The FMS needs a lot of work. Oh, that's crazy. The VOR had the same frequency and there was only 118 miles between them. Was that an X-plane? That's probably an X-plane bug. I think X-plane are responsible for all the VOR data, are they? They must be. Who else would do it? Anyway, listen guys, I need to get something to eat, and my better half wants to watch a movie, so I'm gonna sign it off here, gents. It was good chatting with yous again. Thanks for coming along for the trip. We'll do it again, but maybe we'll try to set up a shared cockpit thing.